Hi, I'm Susan. I just wanted to say hello and talk to you about a few things today that is on my mind because there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. First of all, I am now located in Buffalo, New York, and we are inundated with thick, heavy, rotten air from the fires, the wildfires. There's over 800 wildfires growing in number and size in Canada, and it's really affecting the quality of our air. Even last night, when I was trying desperately to go to sleep, my bedroom smelled like putrid smoke. It was so disgusting. There are no windows open, our air conditioning's running, but nothing's helping. My eyes are tearing. So, if any of you are experiencing this, like we are here in the upper New York State area, and I know it's really even going down through New York City. The If it's affecting your skin in any way, I think it's a good time to throw on a mask, like a Cyclay mask, to absorb all the toxins that are getting trapped in your skin because your skin is an eliminative organ. So when you're breathing in garbage, it's going to want to come out in one form or another. So just be careful. Drink a lot of water to keep your body flushing itself out through your bladder, and try to keep your diet as clean as possible for a multitude of reasons, but just to help stave off all the garbage that you're breathing in, because it's affecting millions of people. There's also something else going on right now. It is called Cyclospora. It is a parasitical infection that people are getting from eating raw foods like blueberries, raspberries, bagged lettuces, and things like that. Now, I have been to India several times, and while I was there, I stayed in like a commune setting, and the head of the organization was very cognizant of the fact that we as Westerners are not used to the type of parasitical things that are in the food source. So they soaked their food in a solution of iodine, just a few drops of iodine in a lot of water. And if you want to still eat the foods that you're normally accustomed to, the bagged lettuces, the berries, and other types of lettuce and whatnot, I think it would be good to, even if it says triple washed or whatever, I think it's good to wash it again. I think and soak it in that solution, maybe 1 part iodine to in a vast amount, like fill your sink, clean your sink first, fill your sink with water and put just a drop or two of that iodine in the sink, and then soak your vegetables for an hour or so, then rinse them really well, spin them dry, and by God's grace you'll be okay. The symptoms are brutal. It's a watery diarrhea. You're going to feel bloating. You'll feel very weak. It's a really horrible situation. And the problem with ingesting something that's parasitical like that is it could stay in your system for a long time. So, having traveled to third world countries, the what I would do when I would come home, or I even traveled with these things. Black walnut tincture is a liquid, and I would have liquid clove and black walnut tincture and even echinacea, and I would put that in very warm to lightly hot water and drink that, and it would kill parasites in my body that I would undoubtedly be consuming, even though I stayed in incredible places, 5-star hotels. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter. These bacterial things that are on the food source is something that can really sneak in at any time into our food source here, or when you're traveling, or when you're on an airplane, or being in Europe, it's no better, because this can happen to you anywhere at any time. So black walnut tincture, clove, Adding ginger to your tea, eating raw garlic will kill parasites. I love grapefruit seed extract because it's a very powerful antiviral and antibiotic. It's a liquid, it's very, very bitter. I've talked about it before. I add 10 to 15 drops in a mug of tea when I'm starting to feel like too weak, or which means my body's fighting something off and I'm going to get sick, and it quickly gets rid of it. Also, if you can increase your vitamin C levels, 500 at a time would be great. Chelated zinc helps your body fight off things. But make sure you keep your hands really clean, especially under your nails. It's very, very important that you keep your environment clean in your kitchen, and just be very careful where you're shopping. I'm shopping mostly at farmers markets in the summer because I feel a little safer than having a big industrial company picking my vegetables and bagging them and supposedly washing them. So it's just something to think about. A lot of us have across the country are have farmers markets available to them. So it's a good time to really support your local farmers and get into that. So if you do feel very weak, if you do get sick from this horrible situation, you want to rebuild your body very slowly with things like adding moringa powder to a smoothie, adding moringa powder to green tea. Moringa powder has all 9 amino acids in it, and they will help to rebuild your body. And you just have to rest and take naps if you have to. Go to bed early if you can't nap during the day because of work or your children or whatever your obligations are. But it's a time when you really do have to help your body get back into homeostasis. So the most vulnerable people usually are the elderly and little children because their immune systems could be iffy. So that's why it's really important to always keep your immune system as high as possible. Just know that sugar, refined sugar, really helps to, really depletes your immune system. It makes it plummet, and you don't want that. So make sure that you're eating as healthfully as you possibly can, just in case you get sick from something like this, because it's really hard to get yourself back in order, especially people who have been vaccinated and have complications from the vaccine from COVID, and or who have long COVID. People with respiratory problems who are also weakened by what's going on environmentally with the air pollution. You could even be more susceptible to something if you're ingesting the toxic food. It could hit you worse than it'll hit somebody else. So that's just something to think about right now. So reducing your risk by washing your hands, double washing your vegetables, especially using iodine, is really going to help you a lot. So I wanted to talk about something else now that's really been bothering me for a long time. The dementia and the onslaught of Alzheimer's, and how it's increasing right now. The amount of people that are getting it, even at a younger age than what typically happens, it's really almost frightening, because it feels like you have no control over it. You're going to get it because so many people are affected by it. But if you really pay attention to your diet and you're eating foods that are very high in nutrients, like your fresh vegetables, really healthy fatty fish like salmon and mackerel and sardines and anchovies, they will really help you possibly stave off or slow down dementia or Alzheimer's. Also, eating things like they have to be ground flax seeds, adding it to your salads or your smoothies can really help you. So being just very cognizant, really limiting your sugar, limit your alcohol as much as you possibly can. When I did travel to India, it was at a meditation centers. They're called ashrams. And I was into that for many, many years, decades, actually. And I learned a lot about the benefits of meditation. And meditation is one way to literally increase your brain mass. Your brain can expand. That's a really big deal because as you age, your brain shrinks. So if you can learn to meditate, and meditation means sitting still, quieting your mind, steadying your breathing, and just having a simple focus of even something like loving yourself, appreciating God, practicing gratitude, whatever mantra you want to repeat something that just can help calm your mind, and just sit there for as long as you can. Straight posture, legs can be in lotus position, crossed over or not. But when you quiet your mind like that, to that extent, you're actually going to grow your brain mass, which is really important for you as you age. So the important thing also to remember is that stress can bring it on. And the way the media is set up now, it's all about aggravating us. No matter what side you're on, it's to aggravate you with misinformation or disinformation, and it puts you in a fearful state. And when you're in a fearful state, your body will release cortisol, and all of this definitely affects your brain. So you have to steady yourself with proper breathing and bathing. Taking baths really is so deeply relaxing for you. It's very important to take care of yourself from the inside out on an emotional and mental basis, not just your food, but comforting yourself. And clutter, believe it or not, I've talked about this before, but clutter in your home could irritate and agitate you in a subliminal way. You won't even realize that you're being aggravated or agitated by it. But when you have your home in order and your office in order and your car in order, it's really good for you it helps to keep you calmer. It just helps to relax your mind, because there's too much stimulation. Also, cutting down on social media is really important for you, and this can all help with your mental acuity, and it'll help you keep a strong brain and a strong presence. If you're older and you have the time and you have the space, it would be great to get complicated jigsaw puzzles and put them together. Play games like chess if you can, or cards with your friends, card games. And learning a language really helps to stimulate your brain. Reading is really important for you, especially especially Ken Follett books. I would read Ken Follett books. I had to have a dictionary next to me. It was so great because it'll stretch your brain. You're learning new words, and all of this is really good for you. So it's something that you should think about. Even when you're young, think about it in a preparatory way, just to ward it off, be prepared for the possibility of this, because people can even die from this, because your brain, it's like the switch that turns everything on or off. And it's really important to have a healthy brain. So your food is really important. Your attitude is important. Getting proper sleep is important. They say 7 to 9 hours, but if that is not possible for you, if you could put yourself into a meditative state before you actually fall asleep, you will get into that deep sleep state much quicker. than if you keep the TV on and then try to go to sleep. I love to listen to Gregorian chants. They're so beautiful to me, and they just put me in this state of receptive divine love, which is so deeply relaxing for me. And it helps me keep the vibration in my home for my husband and I to have that peaceful, loving, special environment. I especially love to listen to Gregorian chants while I'm cooking, because that vibration and that energy will go into the food. So when we're eating our healthy dinner or whatever I'm doing, because I make my husband breakfast too, I'm putting that good energy into the food that we're about to eat, and we're eating in a relaxed state. And when you're eating in a relaxed state of being, you will digest your food better because you're not eating quickly. You're chewing your food better. Your mastication is really important for mixing your digestive enzymes into the food right from the mouth, the stage of the food going into your mouth. And believe it or not, all of this can affect your brain. So I also think it's really important, if you do not have to do it, try not to wear deodorant. If you wash real well, and I use cornstarch baby powder, I don't have an issue. I don't have to wear it because aluminum, I'm not crazy about putting on certain chemicals under my arms because you're so vulnerable. Your skin under the arms is really sensitive and very vulnerable. So you need to be careful what you're doing as far as chemicals, because some chemicals, they're just like forever chemicals that are in your system, and you want to be very, very careful. Like, for instance, they're now finding that there's a chemical in flour that bakeries use and companies use who make baked goods that is carcinogenic. And for that reason, for the longest time, I've been baking all my own breads using the sourdough method, and I grind my own grains. I do mix them with a really pure organic bread flour, but I'm lessening the chances of me being exposed to that toxic chemical by making everything from scratch and choosing the best ingredients possible when I'm purchasing things for what I'm going to consume, or what I'm making for other people to eat. So it's just something to think about, because all of this stuff just accumulates in you. It's also really good, I've talked about this before, to limit your meals to maybe 2 meals a day. So skipping breakfast is okay. If you drink green tea with ginger in it and fresh lemon juice, and you can even put a little moringa powder in it. Moringa's this amazing healing plant that like I've said, it has all the amino acids in it, but that's something that'll help you. It doesn't break ketosis, it doesn't take you out of ketosis. It's really good for you to have that pure nutrient in the morning before it'll help you not have to eat until like maybe 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And when your body goes through this, it has a chance to detox itself better, because something called autophagy happens where your cells get eaten up and cleaned up. So it's just something to think about. And I really think that can really help with the brain too. That if your body's really cleaner inside, your brain will be healthier. So incorporating all these little things into your daily life can really help you. Increasing your circulation through exercise is very important. My dad died of ALS, but he was subjected to 2 major concussions when he was younger, and they think that that's what it caused it. But before he got sick, he he worked out every single day. Even the day he died, he was doing his squats and everything. He would never not exercise. He was very active, and he used to hang on this inversion table where your head is down at the bottom and your feet are clamped up on top to for the blood to rush slowly, but to come to his brain, and that would help him. But this was all way before he got sick. But nevertheless, increasing the circulation in your brain and to your brain can really, really help you. So it's really important for you to do as much as you possibly can to help yourself every single day, because you never know when something's going to come upon you. So you might as well be prepared. So other than the fatty fish, there are really good foods like, I know I've brought this up before too, but walnuts, they look exactly like the brain, the two hemispheres of the brain, and walnuts are particularly good for the brain. Seeds like pumpkin seeds are great. Sesame seeds, black sesame seeds are really healthy for you. Pumpkin seeds, black sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, and sunflower seeds are the best. Also, chewing your food well so that you can release the nutrients slowly is important, like I said. And these are the things that you can do on a daily basis that'll really help you. Olives are also really good because they have good fats in them, and eating extra virgin olive oil that's been created in from an environment for that was really super hot is important for you, like Morocco, Spain, Italy. Those are the best. Greece, those are the best olive oils for you.